Hello there. Welcome to a story that's both mysterious and soothing. Tonight, let's explore a tale of intrigue, a crime that will draw you in as you relax and unwind. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let me take you on a suspenseful journey. Are you ready? Let's begin. In the heart of a small, foggy town stood an old clockmaker's shop. It had been there for decades, its walls covered with clocks of every size and design. The rhythmic ticking filled the air, a sound that was both comforting and unnerving. The clockmaker, Mr. Vincent Mallory, was known for his precision and skill. He could fix any clock, no matter how damaged. But one cold autumn evening, something unusual happened. When the townspeople passed the shop, the lights were out and the familiar ticking had stopped. Vincent Mallory had vanished without a trace. The next morning, the police arrived to investigate. They found the shop locked from the inside. The clocks, usually so orderly, were in disarray. Some smashed, others stopped at strange times. On the floor, scattered amongst the broken gears, was a single golden pocket watch with an inscription that read, "Time tells all." Detective Evelyn Hart was assigned to the case. She was methodical, patient, and unshaken by the town's whispered rumors about the shop being cursed. Evelyn spent hours examining the scene, running her fingers lightly over the dusty counters and listening to the eerie silence. She noticed something odd. Every clock that remained intact was stopped at precisely 3:15. Why that time? What had happened at that moment? The investigation deepens. Evelyn interviewed the townspeople one by one. A neighbor claimed they heard the sound of shattering glass the night before, but when they looked outside, the street was empty. A young boy said he saw a shadowy figure in the alley behind the shop, but it vanished into the fog before it could get a good look. As Evelyn pieced together the clues, she noticed a pattern. Every person she spoke to had once owned a clock repaired by Mr. Mallory, but those clocks had all broken again, seemingly on their own, shortly after being fixed. There was one person who refused to speak with her, an elderly woman named Clara, who lived just a block away. Clara had been in recluse for years, rarely seen outside her creaky old house. It was said she and Vincent had fallen out long ago, though no one knew why. Evelyn decided to visit Clara. When she arrived, the house was dark, the windows cracked, and the air heavy with the unsettling stillness. She knocked on the door, and after a long silence, it creaked open. Clara stood there, her pale face illuminated by a flickering candle. "You shouldn't be here," Clara whispered. Her voice trembled, but her eyes held a strange intensity. "Time catches up with us all, Detective. Some faster than others." The twist unfolds. Evelyn stepped inside, her footsteps echoing on the wooden floor. The house was filled with clocks, more clocks than she had ever seen. They covered every surface, every wall, each ticking at a different speed. "What do you know about Mr. Vincent Mallory?" Evelyn asked softly, keeping her voice calm. Clara hesitated, her gaze drifting to a large grandfather clock in the corner. Vincent was a good man, she said, but he tampered with things he didn't understand. What things? Evelyn pressed. Clara gestured to the clocks. Time, she whispered. He thought he could fix it, but time has a way of fighting back. Before Evelyn could ask more, the grandfather clock began to chime, a low, mournful sound that seemed to fill the entire house. The other clocks followed, their chaotic ticking growing louder and louder until it became unbearable. And then, silence. Even when Evelyn looked around, Clara was gone. The house was empty. The clock stopped, and the only sound was the distant echo of the rain outside. Evelyn left the house that night, carrying more questions than answers. Mr. Mallory was never found, and Clara was never seen again. The golden pocket watch, engraved with the words, "Time tells all," remained in Evelyn's possession, ticking softly. She couldn't explain what happened in the house, but one thing was clear. Time is not something to be controlled or understood. It's something to be respected. And as Evelyn drifted off into an easy sleep that night, she dreamt of clocks and shadows and the quiet, haunting chime of 3:15. Thank you for listening, my friend. I hope you enjoyed this story and that it brought you a sense of calm, even in its mystery. Rest well, and I'll see you next time.